Mo Resell Niche. Today we're going to talk about 12 VHS tapes recently sold on eBay and Amazon. This is an Amazon sale. Something called My Favorite Year. I'd never heard of it before. Something with Peter O'Toole, if you know who that is, an actor from back in the day. And this one was sealed, new, got it for $1, sold for $19.99 plus shipping on Amazon. I'm not going to try and pronounce the rest of this, but it was a used VHS. It was in Tagalog. It's a Filipino VHS used from, I believe, the 90s. Picked this one up for $1.99. Sold for $30.79. Don't overlook foreign language movies, especially if they're older, especially if they have cool covers. Queen of the Damned, you've all heard of this. This is Aaliyah's movie. I don't know if she made more than one movie. She made actually a couple movies, but this is probably her only horror movie from the late 90s. And this one sold for $18.04. I don't know what I paid for this. I think about $1. But horror movies, even used ones like this one, do well. I went through a period where I thought VHS was actually not selling. I did really well October, November, December. And then January, it was pretty dry. I had a couple of cheap sales on Amazon. That was it. And now they're coming back. I don't know why. So this next one was The Secret of Nim. It was sealed, and it's probably my biggest sale to date. $89.63. It was sealed and new, and had that nice factory seal and like the little thing on the bottom that said the company that made the movie. I only got this a few weeks back, I think, and the cover was just awesome. Evil Speak. It was used. It had Clint Howard in it, if you know who that is. That's Ron Howard's little brother. And this sold for $33. I had it up for a little bit more, but I took a quick sale. I only had $2.99 into this one, I believe, and it was just, I enjoyed just looking at the cover. You can tell when you look at it. So if you find VHS with really cool covers, pick them up. The artwork alone is going to sell the VHS. I got this one with that Evil Speak. It was the Godfather Collection. It was sealed and brand new when I got it. I didn't store it very well in my car on my way home, and I got a little tear at the top of it. So I obviously disclosed that, took pictures of it. This one sold for $25.65. I had about $4.99 into this one, but still happy to see that one go. Sets do well, especially if they're sealed, especially if they're older movies. You know, obviously The Godfather, this is a 3-part trilogy. It's just a Union Pacific 844 sealed VHS about the railroad, and I had $1 into this one. It sold for $19.80. This one was pretty cool. Risky Business. It was used, so obviously, you know, Tom Cruise has got a bit of a following there. Yes. One of his earlier movies from, I believe, 1983, and Clamshell. The thing that was cool about this, it's pre-barcode VHS, so there's no barcode on the back. So look those up. Even, like I said, this was used, so still went for $33.55. Okay, this one I picked up for $1. I want to say 3 or 4 months ago. I didn't know what it was. A very old movie, I think from the 70s. Eye of the Eagle Part 2, Inside the Enemy, and I didn't know anything about this one. Just had decent art. I wasn't sure if it was real art or somebody had just inserted it onto a different cassette, because it kind of looked like they had changed the plastic covering. But either way, it sold for $37.63. This one was sealed, and I picked this one up about 6 months ago. Felix the Cat, the movie. $31.98 new. This one was pretty cool. This one didn't really have much of a following, didn't have any sales, but I picked it up anyway because it was sealed. Okay, the ReAnimator. This one was used. I remember seeing this poster walking by my elementary school when I was a kid, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. So I've never seen the movie, but it has a good following. So if you see this movie, new or used, pick it up, especially if it's new. But even used, I had, I think, $1.99 into this one, sold for $37.79, including tax and shipping. Again, used horror, new horror, obviously, does well. And this one right here, Curse of the Black Widow, collector's edition, another horror VHS. It was sealed, There were no solds listed. There had 3 or 4 people that had listed it for various amounts. I had listed it for a lot higher, I think like $60 or $70. I took an offer, and including tax and shipping, $38.15. But I'm happy to be the first one to sell it, at least in the last 90 days. I didn't check Worth Point to see if it had sold earlier than that. But yeah, so I mean, if I have $2 into it, I'm going to let it go for $30, $40. Why not? Especially only after a couple weeks. So check out that VHS. Like I said, I thought it was kind of a dying thing after all the kind of craziness with all grading last year. But I don't think it's going to go away, especially for the right title. The key is the right title. Horror always does well. Obviously, sealed do better than used. But look them up. If something has a following, if they have a remake of movies, like they redid Scream recently, look those up. People are looking for those. Those are in the news, so people are looking for that, especially people that are younger that haven't seen those. So pick up VHS if you can, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye.